my channel. So as you guys can tell from the title of this video, this isn't a normal sit-down video, but I was going through all the clips that I had taken while I was in Japan, and I realized that I was a terrible vlogger. I pretty much just kind of held the camera like this and didn't really narrate anything this way. So I'm here now to talk you guys through all of the wonderful and fun things that we did while we were in Japan. Japan was kind of like part 2 of my 30th birthday trip. So the first half of my trip was in the Philippines, where I spent it with my family. If you guys haven't seen that, I will leave a link somewhere here. It'll pop up, and I'll also leave a link for it down below. And then after that, my boyfriend and we went on to Japan, and we spent 9 days in Japan. We started and ended our trip in Tokyo, 3 days each time, and then we spent a night in Kyoto and another night in Hakone. And oh my God, I was so excited about this half of the trip. I researched my butt off. The way I planned this out was I wanted to make sure that I hit a lot of major, like, bucket list items that everyone said needed to be done. So that's kind of how I sort of formulated this trip. Because this could potentially be like a very long vlog, I think I'm gonna split things up, and I'll do the first vlog is going to be my first 3 days in Tokyo, and then the last vlog is probably going to be the last half of my trip, which will be Kyoto, Hakone, and then the last bits of Tokyo. I Instagrammed a lot of this Japan trip, so if you guys haven't seen that yet, definitely go check me out and follow me on Instagram at Carreon. We got to Tokyo really late at night. We flew into Narita from Manila, and I think we got in at around 10 p.m. We checked into the Cerulean Tokyo Hotel, and we were on the 34th floor, and the views were amazing. When you walked in, the bathroom was on the left, and my favorite part of the bathroom was the toilet. Like, as soon as we got there, I was so excited to try them because the toilets in Tokyo are like the bomb. Like, they're super high tech. They do everything under the sun. So then you walk down a hallway, there's a closet where they had put all of our bags. You continue walking, you will see the view. That is literally the first thing you see when you actually enter into the room. The bed is a king bed. There's a chaise right in front of the window, and sort of a table where I really just kind of set up and did a lot of my makeup there. The room was phenomenal. We were in Shibuya, and I purposefully decided I wanted to stay in Shibuya because it's kind of like that cool hip neighborhood in Tokyo, slash it's centrally located to a lot of the things that we had wanted to do that first half of our trip. I wanted to have an early start, mainly just because I'd never been in Japan and I was just super eager to kind of just see everything. So we got coffee first, and we went to a coffee house in Omotesando called The Roastery. I was so amazed by their back of house coffee roasting area. It was so cool to see it, and you could kind of just sit there and watch them do their thing. The coffee smelled amazing. I loved this little kind of windy road that we found because it reminded me a lot of like Soho meets LA's 3rd Street Promenade, and I really just loved the Japanese aesthetic to a lot of these stores, even though we had a lot of them in the US. Like, the interiors and the exteriors were designed so beautifully. The street itself was amazing. Every offshoot had different things to explore, different things to see, and I think that was definitely one of my favorite areas to walk around in. While we were shopping, we decided that one of the things that we wanted to see was a Tower Records, because I think the one in Tokyo is probably one of the last few in the world. I hadn't been in a Tower Records in forever, and to see that it's not a dying breed like it is here in the US and people still love going there, it was really nice to see. By then, I was starving, and so we decided that the first place we were going to go for our first actual meal in Japan was ramen. So we went to Ichiran Ramen, which hands down was probably one of the best ramen joints that we've been to, and it was really cheap. The line was ridiculously long for a chain restaurant, but there's a reason for it. It's really good. So delicious, definitely one of the best bowls I'd ever had. So we decided to close our first day by going to Shibuya Crossing. Because it was so close to our hotel, we decided, let's just go, we'll see what it's about. Guys, that place is literally no joke. So many people cross, it was crazy, and you kind of had to find your way through kind of the craziness of it all if you were trying to cross the street. It was intense. Like, it literally is like a frenzy of energy, and it's really, really cool to see. In Tokyo was definitely even more jam-packed. We woke up early to go to Tsukiji fish market, and by early I mean like 9 a.m., not 5 a.m. We decided we didn't want to go to the tuna auction because one, we weren't going to wake up for that, and two, we really just kind of wanted to experience the fish market with everyone there, and we didn't really want to go there at 5. The fish market is huge. It's not just the vendors who are in these alleyways in the fish market. There's also like a back area where a lot of people go to actually eat the sushi that was bought that day. After sushi, I definitely kind of zeroed in and wanted dessert, and I really, really, really wanted a taiyaki dessert. And it was this cute stand at Tsukiji, which I think is kind of an institution because a lot of people go there. And it's run by this really cute old woman. It's kind of this fish-shaped red bean and custard encased in like this dough thing that was to die for. It was so good, so amazing. And I love that it looked like a fish. It was awesome. The next activity for day 2 was we went to Tokyo Dome. This is definitely a boyfriend activity, but he really wanted to see the Tokyo Giants play at the Tokyo Dome, and we were lucky enough to have a home game at the Tokyo Dome while we were spending time in Tokyo, so that was great. It's really cool. It's definitely a smaller stadium. It's indoors, but Japanese fans love them some baseball. They love them some baseball.